Hey, it's the Weekly Breakdown.
Hi, we're back. It's been a little while.
We're 59. Tyler, Keith, my dad, Sam. Just kidding. I'm just playing. I'm just playing you a fool. What's up?
What's up?
Yeah, I mean, it's been a little bit.
I'm not British. I'm not natural. The whole, like... You ever notice that about, like, British people? Is it, like... Whether it's, like, a YouTube channel or show, like, just the way they speak, it's, like they're presenting something. It's just, they're so natural.
Just always just, like... You're always doing a bit. It's always a bit. Like...
Yeah.
It's like watching
they live their lives that way.
Yeah, it's like watching a Sugar Pine 7 video.
A what?
If a Sugar Pine 7, they're like a...
What?
What
is that?
It's like one of the like Let's Play community channels, but like all
But
their
they
stuff.
don't do Let's Plays, right?
They don't, which is weird. But like I guess they do sometimes. But it's like Steven Suptic, who's like probably the big guy on there. But like all their stuff is like
Steven what?
Suptic.
Suptic.
Yeah,
I bet he got made fun of back in school.
I don't know if that's his real name or not. But like
Steven Suptic.
everything's like this sort of like
First thing I think of.
Like supposed to be like it's reality, but like at the same time,
Steven
like,
Seagal.
and so like the a lot of people talk. It's like I don't know if like it's a bit. Like if they're calling me and they're doing it for a video or for a skit, I don't know what's happening. So sort of the same kind of thing. Yeah. Stuff.
So deal with that.
And things.
Yeah. There's not a whole lot to talk about. It's that dry time of the year.
Right
Speak
after
for
E3.
yourself.
All right.
Yeah.
My ass.
It's
wet.
the dry time of the year in video games, let me clarify. Where there's not a whole lot coming out. Not a whole lot of news.
All the news happened a month ago. It's been
There's
a
some
month.
stuff.
I think it's officially been a month.
Yeah.
Wow.
The game industry's on fire with this whole ArenaNet thing, the firing. I don't really want to talk about that personally.
Yeah.
I mean, it is what it is at this point. So, we're going to talk about some different stuff. Fortnite got a bunch of changes to it. Destiny 2's getting some changes. There's a lot of cool music stuff we can catch up on. Then we'll just talk about what our favorite shit of the year's been. I mean, we're overdue for that, but you know, still can do it. Fuck it, we can do what we want.
Fuck it, we'll do it live. Technically, it's almost a little bit better now because now it's been a full 6 months after the year started. So
True. But we'll start with Fortnite. Fortnite Season 5 is a thing.
it is.
Got some fun changes. There's golf carts.
Yeah,
you can have now, which you can have 4 people in them now. The biggest thing is that they changed some areas. So Anarchy Acres is now, oh boy, what's it called?
Oh, it's
Lazy Lakes.
Lazy.
Something like that.
No, I'm gonna look it up. Cause they replaced Anarchy Acres with something. Where is this?
It's
Lazy Lakes.
Lazy Lake? Links,
That's
not
it.
lakes.
And then in the bottom right-hand corner, they added a desert biome with the paradise palms, and
like a giant,
got rid of Moisty Mire.
It's like a giant, like almost like another little city area.
Yeah.
The only thing that's really weird about that is like it's just like boom, hard cut to desert biome.
Yeah, it kind of looks crazy. Have you seen this?
No. That I've seen.
Yeah.
No. Well, yes, I have.
The funny thing is that like anyone watching this wouldn't know.
Yeah.
I was like, that I've seen.
Yeah.
Now, I haven't played any of the new stuff. When we played Fortnite the other night, that was the first time I played it in like months.
Yeah, me too. That was fun though. We came so close a few times.
Yeah. I found myself in a weird position playing that game because like I got the
doggy.
Doggy stuff. Like the new thing, and I got my battle pass. But so I'll preface this by saying when we played a few nights ago, it was like that was the day that you can just buy tiers if you have V-Bucks. And I had a few V-Bucks. I'm like, all right, maybe I'll just $10 and I'll see how high I can get depending on how many challenges are done. So then I had like 2,200 or something. I had like a lot saved up, and then they didn't have that anymore. And like the next day it was done. I'm like, oh, so I guess I just have stuff. And then I would buy it. You can for like $9.50. You can just get the battle pass. And you'll get it some stuff. But then it's like I think it was like 28. You'll just get 25 levels and you'll start it. And I'm like, that's $5. I'm like, nah, fuck it, why not? So I got that. So I skyrocketed up to like tier 30 already. And I'm just like,
wow, wow, way to be a pro.
Yeah, I know. Why not?
Ninja.
So, I mean, I play that game enough. I play it quite frequently. So
yeah, I mean, some of these changes seem really cool. I want to play that cart. I want all 4 of us to get one.
You get a cart, and then the
just
people,
be
in the
fucking
back can like lean to help you when you jump. I'm like, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Also, I mean, just a new area seems cool. There's like some Viking themed stuff around the world now.
On like a mountain on top of
Spaghetti.
yeah, a mountain top of Snobby Shores. That's what I'm looking for. Like a mountain close there where like now there's like some kind of like it looks like an amusement park or something, or some kind of motel or something. It's pretty cool.
Also, the rips around the world they're basically like portals, and they'll take you into the sky.
And you can skydive back down.
Yep.
If you jump through them. So
I feel like that might be a very broken mechanic.
yeah, but then you can't shoot people. But then you can't shoot, and then people can see you and be like, if you try to skydive like into like, if you try to get that like, oh, I need to get to the point. That'd maybe be the only place where I'm like, oh, I'm like in the storm.
And I guess you couldn't really use it at the end because the storm would take up the whole map, and by the time you got back down, you're screwed.
And
so
then again, they probably
idea.
Oh, somebody's in the sky, cool,
Yeah.
shoot him down.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I just love how that game's evolving, and there's just new stuff all the time.
Yeah, I mean, they do an amazing job of making that world feel alive when you're in it, even though, like, it might not technically, nothing might not be happening when you're playing.
Yeah.
But, like, the sky's cracking and all this stuff, like, that just makes you feel like something's about to happen, and that's really cool to me.
Or at the end of season 3 when there's like meteors just hitting the ground.
That was amazing.
Or the one time event that sometime during this past season where the rocket launched, and that's how the big crack in the sky came up. It's like, yeah, it's just cool stuff like that. They're not afraid to try things. Like things have failed. Like jetpacks failed. Like that was just they couldn't get that to work right. I wish other games would be a little bit more open to try things. Like most of the other 2 multiplayer games that I play a lot, which is Destiny and Overwatch. I wish those 2 games would be more willing to try. Like if the Destiny, like the world's like changed ever so slightly over time, or Blizzard was like, we're giving McCree a second pistol. Fuck it. Why not?
One thing I hope that they do with Overwatch is make some of the things like sprays or skins or whatever achievement based.
That would be really
instead
cool.
of just like, oh, I can randomly get it. Like that's cool, but then it's like, also I some things like I want to work toward. Like it's cool getting a spray for like a trophy for something that's hard to do, but
like 2. I think that would be good for Overwatch because it's just you level up, you get
some sense of progression.
Yeah. I mean that could be neat.
The other thing is I just wish, because I think it would help because all the balancing that they do is for the PC in that game. Bring the PTR to console. I don't understand why it's not on console. Because then it's like, hey, those stats work well for that character, but it's like playing on console is completely different. Widowmaker sucks on console, whereas on PC she's god.
Yeah. I mean, Fortnite Season 5 though sounds cool. I'm excited to play it. I haven't played it yet. I think it'll be a good time, but I'm sure if you're dropping in the Paradise Palms or Lazy Links, that's where over half the people are going to be. It's like 50v50 just right there. And
I haven't done that yet. I kind of want to, just to, because I mean, fuck it. It's nice that you can drop into Tilted. Maybe that's why also they destroyed half of Tilted, because now they don't need it to be as big because less people are going there.
Did they destroy half of it?
Yeah, well, no, like at the end of season 3, like a meteor hit it, so there's like 2 or 3 buildings are missing or half knocked out.
Also, Loot Lake isn't actually a named location anymore.
Just
I guess. I mean, that's according to this new map.
Oh, okay.
It's not. So that's interesting. I mean, not a lot of not really a great reason to go there.
Loot Lake was only really popular when it first came out, and that was because that was like, hey,
yeah,
you get some good shit there. But then Tilted Towers came in, and then and it was all said and done. And Dusty Divot, and basically every season there's just a new area where everybody goes to.
Yeah. Yep. I guess next we can just quickly run down. There's been a lot of new details coming out about Destiny 2 and its Forsaken expansion that's coming out in September. New supers, new race of enemies, new areas. Yeah.
All kinds of stuff.
We want to run down a year a little bit more in tune than I am.
Sure. So, the new area that they've entered is called the Tangled Shore?
Yeah.
Which is basically in the reef, and it's like, again, kind of connecting it to past stuff, when the queen died in The Taken King, now nobody's ruling the reef, so it's like lawless and whatnot, which is a cool thing. And that's like,
that's a cool idea.
Where the new raid is going to take place, which the other thing is that now the story goes sort of similar to The Taken King. The story goes until you beat the raid.
Which is good.
Which is great. Like, there's like story and then side stuff, and you get the raid. It already sounds better than what we got right now.
Yeah. I mean, I love how they did that in Taken King because it felt like the raid was the ultimate accomplishment.
Yeah.
I mean, it obviously is, but it's like, yeah, I finally took down orcs because everything was building up to that.
And like, on one hand, I like the raid layers because it's a smaller, easier thing, but it kind of like, it just seems like it's just another thing. Like, again, it seems so detached from everything else. The new enemy type is the Scorn, and they're basically, I think, undead fallen is what they were described as, fallen that were brought back to life, and they're led by what's his name, Prince Aldrin. He's the dickhead that was like the brother of the queen in the reef. He's back, and he's a bad guy now, and then he kills Kate 6, which is his big thing. Which that's like the big reveal from E3. Yeah, and then the new supers, like all the classes got 3 new supers, which they're just kind of like offshoots of the ones that already exist. Like, if you using the solar hammers for the Titan, instead of throwing hammers, you get one big hammer that kind of works like the axe from Rise of Iron. Instead of running around the map as a Stormcaller, you get just a singular beam that you can aim at people, and just some kind of things like that. And they're interesting. It's some other different kind of stuff, but yeah, I mean the stuff's still coming out because it's the Game Informer cover story. They talked about the 8 big Scorn enemies that you're gonna fight and how they're each different. Like, one of them can control Hive or something like that. It's like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
there's
fights
thought.
are actually good.
Like, there's stuff. Apparently, they're making the flashpoints better.
Good.
Instead of just going and doing public events, now it's like you can just do other things to get.
Jesus Christ! Thank God.
You can just
It's awesome.
Well, it's fine. It's just that it's fine on most planets. It's just that if the flashpoints on Titan, Mercury, or Mars, good luck.
Yeah.
Because those planets suck for those.
Yeah.
But then they fix it now. Now there's like bounties, and so there'll be like mini bosses that can spawn like during public events, during strikes. That you have to go into like this particular thing, and you can kill them, and it's like a bounty thing.
So bounties that they had before in Destiny 1. Let's bring it back. New content.
Yeah. And then the other thing that they're doing is now they're adding what are they called? Outlaw sectors, which is like basically slightly better lost sectors that are like abbreviated strikes that you can just kind of run into with like strike level bosses instead of just like, here's just the big guy who has a lot of health. It's like, here's a strike boss. It's like, which the strike bosses are nothing to write home about, but at least they're interesting.
Yeah. Also, there's supposed to be a Court of Oryx like area in this, which I like. I thought the Court of Oryx was a neat idea.
Yeah.
For sure, it was cool to just randomly link up with like 5 dudes and take down the hardest thing there. That's cool. So I'm glad they're bringing back something like that. And see, that's the thing. This expansion sounds like a step in the right direction. It sounds like it's what Destiny needs.
It's just like some of this stuff should have already been there.
Yes, it should have been there from the start.
And there's a couple weird things that I don't get. Like, apparently, the guns and where guns sit isn't changing, but apparently the way the ammo drops work is different. Like, the guns stay the same, but now ammo drops are going to work like they did in Destiny 1. So like the white the white drops will do hand cannons, pulse rifles, scout rifles, and auto rifles, and then the other stuff, and some shotguns, some snipers, and like sidearms and some things like that will be done by with the green. And I'm like, sure, but
it's
like
just confusing.
It's really confusing, and it's like I get it. Like I go back and forth whether or not I like how they changed guns in Destiny 2, because on one hand I'm just like, cool, I just have 2 auto rifles and that's great, but at the same time it's like I'd love to just be able to have a shotgun just whenever. Like I kind of understand it for the Crucible, like having it like because you just use a shotgun the whole time in the Crucible. Why else would you need to use anything else? But like running around and doing strikes, it's like I'd like to have a shotgun that could just an enemy gets too close, boom. But it's just I saw that, I'm like, okay, like I mean sure, if you play Destiny 1 it'll make sense to some extent, but I'm just like, why?
Yeah, I mean, if they're going to change the way the ammo works, then they got to reshuffle how
guns work,
where they sit, because that's just confusing. Because it's like, oh, I need special ammo. Okay, that's not what I wanted.
Yeah, I mean? But like, and it, I don't know. So, and there's a couple other odd things here and there. I mean, Gambit looks cool. The new Gambit mode.
That does look awesome.
And like how all that works is super cool. And
they described that as 80% PvE, 20% PvP.
Yeah, because you're mostly just fighting enemies, but you can do things to mess with the other team, and then occasionally you can jump through a portal and actually fight the other team. And it's like, but only one person can go through. So it's like, So a lot of people would just save their super, and then, all right, cool, now I'm just going to go kill them so that they can't capture these tokens or whatever they are.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I heard. I mean,
yeah, I mean, it sounds neat. It sounds like it's a lot of what we've been wanting, but yeah, that is the frustrating part. It's like, here's $40 for something, for like some of the stuff that just quality of life things that should have been there in the first place.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know. Well, but I mean, I'm excited for like the Dreaming City. Sounds amazing. Tangled Shore sounds amazing to explore. The Gambit mode sounds great. Like, I'm on board for sure.
There's just a lot of things they got to do, which I think they're taking the story super serious. I mean, they're killing Cade.
Yeah.
So, but then like the one thing that was also great about the Taken King that none of the other expansions or even like Rise of Iron did really well is that it felt like it was a big deal. Like Taken showed up everywhere, and it's like, oh, this is a big problem. Whereas like, Curse of Osiris, it's like everything's super contained to Mercury. It's like, oh, this doesn't really seem like it's that big of a deal. Like, it would seem a lot more of a big deal if like fucking Vex stuff started showing up on Earth, and it's like, oh, shit's going bad. Like, that would be cool. Like, yeah.
Yeah. Also, final thing is that there's a Crucible update coming on the 17th of July that's going to permanently make all modes 6v6.
Oh, that's
pretty sure.
Well, there you go. I mean,
there we go. I mean, Destiny does feel better 6v6. I like the 4v4 too.
Yeah, I think
it's whatever.
I like it. I think the Trials of the Nine works better 4v4.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I could see maybe competitive staying 4v4. That could, I don't play competitive. I just don't like the modes as much. It's not as fun.
Also, the one other thing they're finally doing with this, which it sounds crazy, is you right now, if I want to play a specific strike in Destiny 2, I cannot do that at all. There's no way to fucking do it unless you just hop in the playlist and then hope you get it. They're changing that to where you're going to be able to play whatever you want.
Daily heroic story missions are coming back too, which I hope means that experiences like Black Spindle or No Time to Explain are back with just these like weird like extra hard challenges that you can do. Like, fucking finally. Like, it's again, Destiny 2 is just a disappointing game because it seemed like they were so focused on not repeating the same mistakes that they made when Destiny first came out that they forgot a lot of what they learned over the other 2 years that Destiny existed. Yeah,
and they forgot a lot of why the community stuck with it for so long. Yeah.
Which, like I said, I think the story in Destiny 2, the base story, is like second only to Taken King. It's an actual story, but you beat the story and it's like, cool, I can do the raid, but it's just grinding, just doing the same. It's not like It's not like, oh, I'm gonna try to get the swords, so I can do the quest line for the swords, and then I'll just naturally go up in level with that, or you know what I mean? There's like nothing like that. It's just I'm gonna get
Bungie's kind of stuck in a weird place because like they want Destiny to be something very specific, and that's action-packed, squad-based stuff, loot, all that good stuff there. But then I feel so many people want Destiny to be Halo.
Yeah.
Bungie doesn't want to do that, but they're trying to appease to both, and sometimes it doesn't lead to the greatest results, but then it's still, Destiny can create some, just still does create some absolutely incredible moments when you just squeak by to finish something, you know?
Yeah.
As a team, it's good.
It also has some infuriating moments, like the...
Oh my fucking god.
like that one
that
strike.
strike was unbelievably
I hopped on and I was like, I'm going to try to do a little bit more, and I got that same strike, and I'm like, I'm not doing this.
I would rather play any of the fucking raids over that strike. That was
or at least with those
ridiculous.
modifiers. That was terrible.
Oh my god. It was,
Melee
what was
damage.
Instant kill melees. We were fighting...
Well, that was the only one that really mattered.
Yeah, but we were also fighting Taken. And the Taken thralls can, like, dance all over the place and get in your face, and they hit you once and you're dead. We were fighting, it, you know, at the boss. It's an arena with no cover that gets smaller and smaller and smaller, with more and more thralls coming at you. And a boss with one of the Cabal shields that can shoot you, that counts as a fucking melee somehow.
So you get hit by his like energy blast with his shield.
Yeah.
That's a one-hit kill.
And then there's these like bomb-like things, like trap sort of things, all along the walls that you have to keep out for, that are like timed explosions that also count as one-hit kill melees. And worse, they put one right behind where you spawn when you spawn back in. So you have to time your spawn and hope that you timed it correctly so you don't spawn in and instantly get blown up, because then it's a 30-second wait to either get revived or come back. Like, it was the most bullshit fucking thing I've ever seen.
Honestly, if I think without the melee damage, I would have maybe been okay with that part, because like, it's just a little bit more strategy.
100%.
But like, or I would have been okay a bit more with the melee damage if I didn't have to worry about, if I stand in this one spot, I'm just going to die because I'm not paying attention. It's just everything coming together was just the worst.
It's so frustrating. Oh my god.
That game can be fun.
Crazy.
That was not one of those times.
No. So you gonna get in on Destiny 2?
I don't know. Like,
it's a dollar investment.
So yeah, it's a little bit of a...
I don't know. I just don't want to pay that much money for a game. Like, it's partially like... I don't know if I'm going to hold out this time. Because, I don't know. It's just a lot of money. It's not something I agree with. Like,
it's not. I mean, it is unfortunate that you know, Activision's a little all over this game in terms of monetization, which is unfortunate that, you know, for their expansion, they have to have a season pass for it. I mean...
Yeah.
With the amount of things that they just completely fucked up with Destiny 2, like outright lying to the community, all sorts of stuff, like you would almost think that they would want to at least release some of them for free. I mean, I know this stuff costs money, but you also have microtransactions too that could help pay, you know, alleviate some of that cost, to be like, hey, sorry. But it's it's Activision.
Yeah.
They're not going to let them do that, but I agree.
I think I'm kind of... I would like a game... It's hard to find a game that we can all play together that would be like a Destiny. Yeah, because Overwatch is like, okay, there are matches. It's not like we're going out and doing stuff together. Like Ghost Recon Wildlands, there were like server issues and stuff.
Well, we get a little bit farther in the game. Borderlands 2 can become that. We can all just...
True.
We get to like after we beat the story. We can...
Borderlands is fun. Like the first Destiny, it took me a while to like get in on that. I don't know if I'm going to get in on Destiny 2. I don't think I'm going to get Anthem. Probably not, unless that game comes out and it reviews very well and I'm pleasantly surprised.
If the reviews are well, I'll be like, yeah, but I'm not drinking the Kool-Aid for that game.
And also, it's not just so much the reviews, is like just me looking at the game, it could get a great review from someone and it just doesn't look like something it just looks boring to me. It looks really boring. So it kind of puts me in a position where I'm like, I want to get Destiny 2, so we have a game that we can play together like that. But at the same
Again, I
time,
think-
like that sucks because there's just not enough.
It's a weird thing because I think, again, like I said,
And, like Elder Scrolls Online, like I am struggling. I struggled to play that game, and I love the Elder Scrolls, and it's like,
yeah, it's just Destiny. It's
hates that game.
fun. It's just there's like little things that take you out of it.
Yeah.
Again, like we were kind of saying earlier, when it's like you'll play a story, and it's like, oh, it's done. Cool.
yeah,
Like it's.
Yeah.
I almost feel like for different reasons, some of these expansions are. For Destiny 2, these 2 expansions are like as bad, if not worse, than Destiny. Well, maybe not Dark Blow. Dark Blow was really bad. Dark Blow was really bad in terms of content, but like definitely worse than
You
the House
got a
of
raid. A full raid.
Get a full. Yeah, but it's like you got 3 story missions, a strike, and a raid. Whereas at least this you get with like this most recent one, you get like what 4 story missions, 2 strikes. You get the raid layer, but then it's like I don't know. There's more stuff to do that you could be spending your time. Even though it's doing the same stuff over again, you have something
and there
like
is
some of the weapons you
the
can
escalation protocols. There is technically a new area in the game. Agreed on that.
But like I think maybe House of Wolves is still probably is better than both of these.
Yeah, it's a good game to play with others. Like I always really enjoy playing with someone else. Like when we play together. I mean, there is something very satisfying about playing Crucible and just communicating and executing as a team, and you just destroy for like 5 matches in a row.
Yeah.
Because you're just all on point with each other. Like, there is something very exciting about that in Destiny 2. I think they've done a good job of balancing the Crucible. Like, I find matches a lot of times are competitive, or even if you're 10 points behind, like, dude, someone gets on one run with a super, I mean, you're right back in it.
Yeah.
You know, which I feel I have closer matches in Destiny 2, you know, just about as many in there than I do in like Overwatch.
Yeah, I was telling Sam,
which is cool.
Like, either last night or the night before, I was playing Iron Banner, and we were like down like 30 points, and it came down to 123, and then we won, and I'm like, yeah. It's like, it doesn't happen as much in Overwatch. Usually in Overwatch, if a team is better, they'll be better.
And there is that excitement of like, fuck, there's 10 seconds left and we're tied at 95 and it's first to 100, and you make that clutch play that gets you the 2 points to go up right at the last second.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like there is that excitement to it a lot of times.
Because like the thing with Overwatch too is like Overwatch is skill based, but it's also like picking, you know, the right characters. Whereas like Destiny is just like you only got to worry about you necessarily, and then. You know, whereas like Overwatch is like, well, if I pick this character, you know, maybe this character's not good against them. It doesn't really work well with this person. It's like,
but working as a team in Destiny is a lot more beneficial and rewarding than say Call of Duty. Like to me, Call of Duty is the single, like that is a single experience for the most part. Whereas in Destiny 2, you could team up with 2 supers, or you know, you drop your shield, I drop my heals, and we sit there and just mow these dudes down as they're coming through the corridor. Like there is some fun stuff like that.
Yeah.
Mass Effect Andromeda multiplayer.
The best.
Sick.
Remember that?
Remember how grindy that shit was?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Fucking yeah.
It was fun in 3. So it wasn't as grindy. In 3, it actually affected your story. Like if you wanted the best stuff, you had to kind of play it. Anyways.
Yeah.
Let's go over some music stuff before we talk about some other things that excite us the most. There's been a lot of new albums and tours that have been announced that are pretty cool. I'm just gonna do this. Fuck it, let's do this.
No,
these
let's not do it.
are a lot of the metal albums that have been announced for like the rest of the year. Next week we got Skeleton Witch with Devouring Radiant Light.
Oh, that's next
July
week.
20th.
Holy shit. Okay, awesome.
Because a lot of these albums got announced in the past few weeks when we haven't, you know, been doing this, or E3 was here. So, fuck it. Jungle Rot with their self-titled July 20th. That's cool. That'll be hard. D. Snyder with For the Love of Metal, July 27th. That'll be fun.
Who's he from?
Is that Twisted Sister?
Twisted Sister.
Okay,
Is that Jamie Josta thing he's doing?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. I'm about to check that out.
Yeah, I mean, I've enjoyed the first 2 songs. I mean, it's straight up metal, and for D's age, he does sound really fucking good in this. The second single they've released, Become the Storm, is on point. Yeah, Hailstorm, Vicious, July 27th. Could be cool. I've enjoyed the 2 songs they put out a lot more.
I didn't even know they put out a second song. I only ever heard the Uncomfortable or whatever it was.
Yeah. Primal Fear with Apocalypse, August 10th.
All right.
I'm stoked for that one. I love the new song that they just put out, King of Madness. Have you heard that?
No, not yet.
Oh, it's a very Primal Fear song.
I'll have to check it out.
I like it. It's very epic. Era with Neon, August 10th. Excited for that. Alice in Chains with Rainier Fog, August 24th. I'm so fucking pumped for this because I don't know if you guys have heard their new stuff. They released a track, their latest one called So Far Under. Mm-hmm. It is so old school Lane Staley, Alice in Chains, and it makes me so fucking happy. Like that chorus, first time I heard it, I was like, yes, on point. I'm very excited for this one. I think there's potential that this one's better than the last one. Omnium Gatherum with The Burning Cold, August 31st. Get some good melodic death metal there. I'm excited for that one. Corporate Kalani with...
I didn't even know they were working on new stuff.
Not even going to try to pronounce that, but they have a new album September 7th.
That's a weird album name. Not even going to... Just have an album called Not Even Going to Try to Pronounce it.
Why not? Clutch with Book of Bad Decisions, September 7th.
Fucking southern metal.
Yeah. There's a kind of old school heavy metal band called Satan with their new album Cruel Magic, September 7th.
I was just thinking that.
Yeah. That's going to be fun. Pig Destroyer with Head Cage, September 7th. That'll be hot. Sky Harbor, they're still a band. With Sunshine Dust, September 7th.
That's right.
Fuck yeah. Yeah. I mean, he's not in it anymore. The singer... singer Tesseract left Tesseract, did Sky Harbor, then went back to Tesseract.
Gotcha.
Not anymore. Gravedigger with The Living Dead, September 14th.
Monster Truck?
Yeah. They're always cranking out new albums. Deicide with Overtures of Blasphemy, September 14th. They just put out a new song, and it's fucking heavy. I love it. Pyrexia with Unholy Requiem, September 14th. I'm
I thought you were going to say
stoked.
Unholy Rectum.
Yo, if this is as hard as their last album, bring it on. Thrice with Palm, September 14th. I'm excited for that one. Aborted with Terror Vision, September 21st.
like
Fuck
television,
yeah.
the Terror Vision.
I'm excited for that
Sounds
one.
like a really bad monster pun sort of thing.
Yeah.
Halloween pun.
This next one,
Nope, I had a thought. I'll save it for later.
they just put out the first single for the new album. Revocation.
I think you know where my brain went. All right. Yes, Revocation.
Yeah, Revocation's putting out their new album, The Outer
Is it
Ones.
called Terror Vision?
No, it's not.
Yeah, that's a disappointment.
They're putting out their new album September 28th called The Outer Ones. They just put out Of Ungodly Origin, I think it's called.
The Outer Ones.
Yeah.
That's a little...
It's fucking awesome. Main riff's mean. I love it.
Lovecraft.
And then last so far, Coheed and Cambria.
Yeah.
With the Unheavenly Creatures. October 5th.
Cambria and Coheed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think... does this have anything to do... I need to look it up. Luke would know. If this has anything to do with, like, Marvel stuff. Because they debuted the latest track on, like, Marvel.com. I'm like, that's a weird place.
Maybe.
I might have to look that up here. But I'm like, that's a weird place to put your new music out. But, yeah, I think there's a lot of good stuff to look forward to next few months.
It just looked like you were like shaking your pen. It looked like it looked like you were jerking off like some unseen guy underneath the table because it was at like a weird angle.
I wish I could get a fountain pen. That way I could just get ink to shoot up there.
Yeah. Some new tours that got announced.
White ink. Oh, shit.
Danzig, Venom, Incorporated, whatever. It's the black metal band Venom, but it's
Incorporated whatever.
It's like Venom has split into two bands now.
Gotcha.
Like,
Power Trip
like,
and Mutoid Man.
God, I can't. What's the fucking joke?
Queen's
What's his
Reich?
name? Eddie Brock.
Eddie Brock.
And Venom.
Yeah.
They split into
Yeah, he split.
yeah.
Him and
There you
There we go. That's the
Anti-Venom.
joke.
Yeah. So that's a smaller tour. Paradise Lost, Solstafir, and the Atlas Moth are touring. That's pretty cool. Paradise Lost hasn't been over here in a long time. Machine Head's doing another Evening With tour where it's just them. And they're going to be playing some stuff off the new album.
Yeah.
So you excited?
Yeah.
I would go if I would go, but I would honestly just take a massive shit during every song they played off the new album, except like maybe 2 of them.
Yeah.
Which they would probably play, the title track or Volatile. Maybe they would play Beyond the Pale.
That one song where he says a bunch of
Yeah.
Yeah, they play that one. They play
Bastards.
Bastards. They play Bastards.
Yeah. But it's just Machine Head for like 3 hours. I love Machine Head.
That's
but
cool,
I
but
don't
I
know
don't
if I
know,
could do 3 hours of Machine Head.
Yeah, I don't know.
This is a long fucking tour, too. It goes for almost 2 months. So, go see a Machine Head near you. Because why not?
Any other tours that are happening?
I saw some.
There's
Oh,
no-
Hawken, Leprous, and a band called Bent Knee are touring together. Hawken has completed their new album.
Oh,
So
fuck,
that'll be a
alright.
thing eventually. Also, Bent Knee. I wonder if they get some Skyrim jokes.
I was gonna go Game of Thrones too. But
Yeah, maybe. They haven't announced their new album, but Unearth put out a new song. Do you remember Unearth?
Yeah, I remember that.
They put out a new song called Incinerate. It's a very Unearth song.
Which is a good thing or a bad thing?
Both.
Gotcha.
You just might not remember it down the line.
You remember Darkest Hour?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do. Their last album wasn't bad. Shockingly.
Still probably boring live.
Yeah.
They could join Metallica at one stage and like suck all the energy out of the room. Or like, who's big? Justin Bieber. They could suck all the energy out of the room with like Justin Bieber.
They're touring with Justin Bieber.
Yeah.
Make it happen.
That Darkest Hour Justin Bieber tour.
Yeah.
Darkest Justin tour.
Darkest Justin tour. That's fucking stupid.
Yep.
That is really stupid.
Yep. That's right.
This next tour, I'm sad that it's not coming around because it's 3 like European bands that I'm really like digging, especially 2 of them, but it's not coming anywhere close. Carrick Angren, which they're like a sort of like gothic black metal sort of band. They're really weird. I don't mind them, but the other 2 bands, Mors Principium Est and Wolfheart, are 2 melodic death metal
Wolfheart.
bands that get
Okay.
me very hard. Not coming around here.
Oh.
So that sucks. Also, Best Buy has stopped selling CDs. I don't know if we talk about that.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, we talked about that. Also, similar news. There's only 1 Blockbuster left in the world.
I saw that. Yeah.
2 of the remaining 3 closed down, so there's only 1. I didn't look to see where it was. I was just like, oh, there's actually still Blockbusters, and now there's only 1 left. You just have to keep it open, just for the novelty.
Yeah. Museum.
Yeah. You buy old CDs just like, or DVDs. Like, look at this.
Yeah.
You can rent a Nintendo 64 here.
I remember rental stores like that. That's crazy to think. Like, I don't know. It's the world that we live in.
Slanko Video.
Yeah.
That was the thing. You can rent games there too.
What was another one that was like Blockbuster? There's another like big chain rental store like that. It wasn't Blockbuster. There's another one. They're basically the same thing though. I remember the first time. You remember Van Helsing with Hugh
Yeah.
Jackman? I rented that there. It was
Actually,
my
like the-
brother and I rented that.
So I actually like.
My mom got mad 'cause she thought it was like, I don't know, it was like a scary movie or something. Like, oh, you shouldn't be watching that. I'm like, do you know like what I watch?
Come on.
Yeah, it's 2004, I think 2005 maybe. It's been like a little while after it came out. But yeah, remember that movie? It's a weird movie.
You know, I don't know. I mean, I knew a Blockbuster, but I don't. Well, okay. I think I'd only
Hollywood Video, I think it was called.
Yeah, it's probably
something like
yeah.
that.
Because like I only been to Blockbuster a few times. I don't know. I just never. It took me a long time to get into like.
Block?
Yeah, I didn't bust a block. I went to. I mean, I went to Slanko Video a good bit, but that was just because it was closer. And then also there was one in Oxford that I went
Oxford Video?
No. Like Video and Vibes or something like that. It was super shady. It was like
call it Oxford Video.
It was
They
like
sell weed in the back.
No,
I almost said pot. I said pot. There's still pot in the back. No one says pot anymore.
No, it's like where the liquor store is in Oxford now.
They sell dope.
Yeah.
The weed.
Get all. You can go in there and get all potted up on weed and whatnot.
Get doped out.
On one marijuana. I would like to buy one marijuana, please.
And watch like Alien 3.
Because
that's the only reason anyone would ever watch that is if they...
Apparently that movie... I mean, according to
that
IGN...
movie is a piece of shit.
According to IGN, that movie's not bad.
According to me, that movie's bad.
Yeah, it kind of is.
I'm not sure what's worse, 3 or 4. I think 4 might be a little worse.
I think 4 is definitely worse.
I really didn't like 3.
I give 3 props for doing different stuff, but like at the same time, it's just like,
I think the whole thing was that it was a
After
little.
Aliens.
It was a little bit better, so I held it to like a higher standard almost, which makes me like critique it more.
yeah.
Like you weren't just outright shit. But that just leaves me with like, oh, it could have been good, but it wasn't.
Yeah. Tywin Lannister's in that movie. Yeah.
Peter Dinklage is in the movie.
No, he's not. I know for a fact that's not true. But
Yeah. And then just the
Plays
last thing. Just the last thing is
First
that
thing.
there hasn't been a new System of a Down album in a long time.
Yeah. Are they doing something? They're back together or something.
What's his name? Serge, right?
Sergey,
Sergey,
something like that.
Surge.
that guy.
Surge Tanky.
I'm gonna call him System of a Down.
Yeah.
So System of a Down, he doesn't sing the same way that he used to. Because I remember when Chris Cornell died, there was a video on YouTube of him like covering one of their songs with Audio Slave, and he came out and it was like he sounded totally different than he used to.
It could have just been that song.
Maybe just over time or something. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that he's a bad singer, but it's just voice shifted.
Yeah.
Something.
So
Got old.
they've kind of been back together. They play they play shows here and there. They haven't done a ton of like full out touring, and everybody wants a new System of a Down album because it's been
When was the last one? Like
13 years, 2005, 6, I think.
Something like that, yeah. Somewhere around there.
So it's been a very long time, and basically everybody's been blaming Serge Tankian for being the one that doesn't want to do it, basically. I'm not going to go over the whole thing, but he posted a pretty long and very in detail of like, hey, I'm just going to be flat out fucking honest with you. This is exactly why this has not happened. He also went over a few things. He said that he wanted to leave the band even before they did their last album. He was the sole reason this band ever went on hiatus in the first place back in 2006. And he said he did it for a few things. He was artistic reasons, egalitarianism. He basically said the revenue splits were close to equal within the band. By the time Mesmerize and Hypnotize came out, we were at the diametrically opposite end on both, with Dorn controlling both the creative process and making the lion's share of the publishing, not to mention wanting to be the only one to do the press. Darren, sorry. Darren, I think, is their guitar player.
Yeah.
So he said he wanted to leave before, and he said that there's a few ways that basically if these things lined up and all the members came to the table and said, let's do this, this kind of what has to happen. They all have to have equal creative input, every band member. Equal publishing split. Makes sense. Director's cut. Whomever wrote the song makes the final decision after exhausting all types of ideas from anybody within the group. It's basically said. Develop a new concept or theme so that it's not just a record, but a full experience. That's what he said. So yeah. He said, my only regret is that we have not been collective. We have. Yes, this worded weird. My only regret is that we have been collectively unable to give you another System of a Down record, and for that I apologize.
He's Armenian.
Yeah.
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 Yep. So yeah,
That's my 2 cents.
I mean,
I don't think. I still think we're not going to be getting one for a long time, if
Probably
at all.
not.
But yeah.
I mean, it doesn't seem like if egos in the band, maybe, because none of those things seem like they're that big of
To
a
me,
deal. Like, at
yeah.
least from somebody maybe, again, who's limited experience, actually, limited experience, zero experience in being a hugely, worldwide successful band, like, just seem like, yeah, everybody gets input and everybody makes equal stuff, and it's like, yeah, I wrote this, but then so I get the last say on what happens, it's like, there's a lot of things that just make sense to me.
Yeah, I mean, I know a lot of bands do have, like, that one guy that kind of makes things happen, but, I would think that even if you might be the guy that says, like, hey, I got this song structure, you would still listen to what other people have to say to make it better.
Yeah.
And just the publishing split, I don't know, just seems to make sense to me, but I know bands become businesses, I'm sure, over... but it's like if you started together, you're still in the same band together. I just feel like that stuff should stay equal throughout the whole thing. I don't know. It's just weird to me that's a
which is also weird. Like, it sounds like there's like some like resentment there, which is like, if that's the case, how are you playing shows occasionally? Like, it was recently that they just did it, like, not too long ago. Right?
Yeah, and I think they're headlining another festival here soon.
Like, it's just like, if this kind of things are happening now, how are you even still...
Yeah.
I don't know. I that's why, like, maybe I would be a little bit hopeful. It's like, if they're playing together again, that maybe this would,
Yeah.
mean that some of these things have been relaxed, but then who knows? Like, you can't, then again, money talks, but you can't, like, hate each other.
Yeah.
If you're gonna play shows. I mean, money, but still.
Yeah, business.
Is the money worth it?
Yeah, I don't know. It's just, I mean, it would be really cool if we got new music from them. It would be cool if we got new music from Tool.
Well, Tool seems like it should happen.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Rage Against the Machine would be
That's
cool.
what I was just going to say.
Instead of Prophets of Rage.
Yeah.
Not the Prophets of Rage.
Not as much of a fan.
They just put out a new song and they just finished their second album or whatever. I'm like,
It's okay. All right. It's just it's not. It's like,
It's not
yeah, we're
Rage
gonna
Against the
be.
Machine.
It's like, here we're gonna try to be Rage Against the Machine, and it's like, no, you're not.
Yeah, exactly. Like, no matter how hard you try, you're just... They don't have the same feeling.
That's why I like. That's why I like Audio Slave. I like that a lot more. With, like, with the... Why am I forgetting his name now?
Chris Cornell.
No, the
Tom Morello.
Tom Morello. That's
Tommy.
I was gonna say Tom Mariah, but I know that's
Boy.
not right.
Yeah.
Tom Morello. Like, that's why I like that better than, like, because at least that's different.
Mm-hmm.
Tom Mariah.
Tom Mariah being obviously.
Oh, God. Like a stone!
Somebody make that happen. Internet, do your magic. Make that happen. The 20-second cover guy.
Be yourself is all that you could be! Yeah!
20 second, was it 20-second cover? 5-second covers?
Yeah.
Do it. Do Like a Stone by Audio Slave, but have Tom Mariah sing it.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Jesus Christ. Yeah. Alright. Let's have a chat. We're 6 months through the year. 6 months and some change. I think it would be cool to just run down our favorite stuff that's happened this year, and video games, music, movies, what the fuck ever. Where you guys want to start? Where you want to start?
I'm trying to think about one of the movies I saw this year. Ready Player One was pretty good.
Well,
That was one of my favorite things that's come out this year. I enjoyed that movie.
I enjoyed that greatly.
It's still one of my favorite to come out this year.
Yeah.
It just has like a character that I don't think any other movie that came out has kind of matched. There've been other. I don't think I've seen a bad movie this year necessarily.
Same.
Yeah.
Like I mean, some of them like Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom, not the greatest movie ever, but it was fun. Same thing with Incredibles 2, which in my opinion that movie's kind of. The more I think about that movie, it's kind of come down a little bit, but
Yeah, to me, like, we're talking movies, and maybe it's just because of my personal investment into the whole thing. It's Avengers Infinity War and then everything else way down here, even though there's things down here that are still really good. Like, I just think Avengers Infinity War is just... it's a fucking amazing movie.
Avengers was really good. It's just... Yeah, I mean, I just think that, like, in some ways, like, there are like a lot of other movies that happened that I thought that did like their thing really well. Like Ready Player One is basically like a giant, sonnet to pop culture.
Yeah, I think behind Avengers, Ready Player One is probably my favorite movie I've seen this year.
Quiet Place is up there.
Yeah, Quiet Place.
That was
is
really good.
And
Again, Deadpool was pretty far up there.
But Deadpool is Deadpool.
Deadpool was Deadpool. I mean, but it was still a fun movie, and I enjoyed it.
It doesn't. Yeah,
I agree. It doesn't reinvent the wheel.
Right, and it doesn't have the same lasting impact as the first one did.
What other movies have I seen?
Solo: A Star Wars Story was better than expected.
I still really like that movie. I still think that movie's better than a lot of people give it credit for.
Yeah, I just feel like I agree with you. I just feel like that's a Star Wars movie that I will never watch again.
I saw it twice.
You did?
I did. I saw it again. Well, again, Movie Pass. I saw it for free, so I'm like, fuck it, why not?
Black Panther. I forgot
Black
that.
Panther's really good. Black Panther, Black Panther's another movie where I'm like, it's a really good movie, more so for the cultural significance of it.
Right.
And then I think about the third act, and it pisses me off. With like fucking bad CG rhinos and bad CG fighting falling into a cavern. I'm like, ugh, you have to do this? You were doing so well. Up until that point, ripping off the Lion King, you were doing so good, and then then you killed it.
I think if I had to make a top 5 movies that I've seen so far, I would personally go Avengers: Infinity War, Ready Player One, Black Panther, A Quiet Place,
First Purge.
Yeah. Then I would have to decide. I mean. Probably, maybe Deadpool 2, either Deadpool 2 or The Incredibles 2. One of those two. I think that would be my top 5 so far.
Yeah, I would probably 100% agree with that list. I would just maybe, I might flip.
Well, then you wouldn't 100% agree.
Well, no, like
I would 100% agree. Just not with.
Well, no, like I agree with that list for the most part. I'd say maybe I'd probably put Solo on there, and I'd maybe flip. Would you have a? You had A Quiet Place and
4.
At 4, I'd probably put that number 3 for me personally. But
have you seen Quiet Place?
No,
Really good. That was good.
But
I'm glad I saw A Quiet Place in the theater. I'll just say that in a way, like because it's literally a quiet movie. Like even the slightest thing of like somebody slurping on their fucking soda, you can hear all the way in the back. But it was like. Just this unbelievably tense experience to watch in a theater that I don't think I could experience at home.
Because you got like the big screen. Yeah, that was great, except for when I saw it. Like one person just could not find that one popcorn kernel they wanted in the bottom of the bag, and it was just reaching in there.
Yeah,
but.
Maybe he had like the dick in the bag.
Yeah,
maybe.
just for themselves.
And then all of a sudden it's a quiet movie. You hear slurping noises coming from the back.
It's a BJ. I was gonna say my 5 so far would be in no order. Ready Player One. What's it called? What's it called? Avengers. Infinity
I feel like it's the biggest movie to happen in forever.
I couldn't remember the fucking name of Infinity War. Infinity War is going to be on there. That was a really good movie.
BP? DP?
BP?
Black Panther.
I don't know. Black penetration.
This picture, like, us and we're like 70, and Keith's like, BP, and you're like, DP! What?
I would put Deadpool 2 on there. I would put that short thing before The Incredibles 2 where that woman ate her son. I would put that on there. Actually, no, I don't know. I would put like Isle of Dogs
I didn't see that
on there. And
I haven't seen. I do want to see that. Is that
it's
good?
fucking weird, but it's good. I like it.
The art style is
Yeah,
wow.
And maybe Wildling. It was a movie I saw like last week. It was about this girl that's like turning into a creature or something. It was good.
Interesting.
All right.
There's still some movies that I do
Twilight.
want to watch.
You want to borrow the Twilight box?
No, I'm okay. Wait, you have it?
Maybe.
Oh shit!
You'll never
I
know.
don't know. Yeah. It's got Harry Potter over there.
Mystery.
Wizards.
Harry Potter's respectable.
Yeah, but werewolves, man.
Werewolves
are better than wizards.
No.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
I'm gonna
In
say
most situations, yes.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
not in this situation. One Harry Potter movie made more money than all the Twilight movies combined.
Yeah,
I think
I mean,
any
that's-
one
that's the same
Harry
shit.
Potter movie did better than all of them.
Probably. Transformers made more than Harry Potter, though.
Look.
Oh, what's good?
Yeah, probably Jurassic World did too, and that's like...
Probably, yeah. They made $1 billion.
Jurassic World 2, yeah, just crossed that
Did
too.
2 make $1 billion?
Yeah, I think it did. I think
fucking-
it just recently, like a week or two
Yeah,
ago,
it
crossed
did.
$1 billion.
That's sad.
Dude,
2's better. 2 is
it is
better.
better.
Yeah, but
It's still not a great movie. Like, I don't know why. Like,
sad.
basically, you don't need any Jurassic Park sequels, but...
Sad.
Yeah.
Wrong.
I mean, there's not a ton coming out that I want to see the rest of the year either. Like,
Yeah, Ant-Man and Wasp was kind of the last...
like I
Halloween
do
one.
legitimately want to see Skyscraper
Yeah.
Yeah.
at some point. Because why the fuck not? Skyscraper, Fantastic Dingus.
Right, that is this year, right?
Fantastic Keats and Where to Find Them.
Halloween.
Aquaman.
Halloween, I don't want to see Halloween. Aquaman.
I would maybe go see Halloween, and here's why. I fucking hate the original Halloween. I know that is a very, very controversial
Keith
thing
over
to
there.
That's a
say.
bad opinion.
I know. You and I are literally opposites on that. So I would maybe go see the new Halloween to see how I feel about it.
Okay. Whatevs.
I just could not.
You're
see
That's
entitled-
fine. I kind of outed myself when watching Twilight, so I don't even care.
Yeah, I just.
I watched one.
Yeah.
I
got
watched
talk-
all of them.
I watched one. I didn't even see the first one. I saw the second
I
one.
got roped into watching the first 3? 2? 2 or 3. And I was like, I'm in, so
Just
I'm going to
do
watch
it.
the rest of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I know what happened.
50 Shades.
I know about the marriage.
Oh fuck, that came out. I need to see that.
I was gonna say, you're talking about that. And I'm like,
See
yo,
that.
this guy's seen
Yeah, man.
If I have.
all but the third 50 Shades
Yeah.
movies. What's that? Oh, Murder on whatever.
Oh, the
Fucking-
Happy
Orient-
Time Murder.
Orient
Happy Time
Express.
Murders.
Oh yeah,
Happy
shit.
Time
yeah,
Murders.
yeah,
I want to
yeah,
fucking see
yeah.
that.
Yeah, I wanna see that
looks
too.
good.
You remember that Tom Hanks
No.
movie? Polar Express?
Yeah, I remember the Polar Express.
I hated that movie.
Really?
Yeah, man.
Wow.
I
I like Polar.
There's a couple
don't know.
movies
It
that I
was
missed
just
out
animated
on.
Weird.
There's a couple movies that I missed out on. Did The Post come out this year, or was it the end of last year?
Yeah.
I want to see The Post. I haven't seen it.
Osmosis Jones.
Yeah,
That
it
came
came
Live
out.
action Osmosis.
It came out in January, but it's still one of those weird things of like. It
came out
in
early
January,
enough.
It's still part of the Oscar season or whatever, but like technically it came out.
Justice League? Did that come out this year?
That came out last year.
Wow,
Don't see
Justice
that.
League.
Don't see
I
that.
still haven't
I
seen
totally
it.
forgot.
My
about this.
opinion's soured on that movie the more I think about it. I was like, oh, this movie's alright. And I'm like, no, it's not.
Hey man, just came to HBO if you want to watch it again.
Nope. I mean, probably. I mean, maybe. I don't have HBO still. I don't know. I just haven't bit the bullet on that yet. I'll talk about it for another 2 months and then I'll buy it. I'll talk about buying it for a little while and then I'll get it.
That's how I was with Netflix. Because it's about me now.
Yeah, it's about you now.
Yeah.
I'm 4 episodes in on Luke
Just
Cage.
stopped all conversation there.
I'm 4 episodes in on Luke Cage.
What's your feeling? I've only watched the first episode. Still.
It's
boring.
it's a little bit better than the second half of Luke Cage, but it's not as good as the first half.
Mhm.
What was the villain's name again?
And with in the new one or the last season?
You tell me about one of the villains' names.
Bushmaster.
Bushmaster.
Name is
yeah,
Bushmaster.
That's the
Yeah.
dumb name. He chose that name?
Yeah, he chose that name.
Why?
Don't know. He's the master of the bush, man. He's Jamaican.
Oh,
He's Jamaican.
okay. That still doesn't explain anything.
I don't know.
The bush.
I don't know nothing about Jamaican culture either. Sorry.
W.
I mean, if we're also
George
sticking
W.
with like
Bush,
acted stuff, TV wise, I almost don't know what I would say is my favorite thing I've watched
I don't
The
care.
Walking
TV wise this
Dead.
year.
What's come out? Jessica Jones? That come out
Jessica
this year?
Jones, yeah.
That
I
was
mean,
really
I
good.
enjoy Jessica Jones. I would probably, honestly, maybe say Lost in Space on Netflix.
We need to watch that.
That's the one thing I probably enjoyed the most. I mean, I literally, and I don't do this at all, like the last 5 episodes I watched back, like 5 hours straight. Like, that's like what you do.
Yeah, that's what I do.
I
all
don't do
the
that
time.
shit. But I was sucked in. So I'd probably say that, followed by Westworld.
The
Was
Walking
solid.
Dead.
No.
You guys like that show?
Definitely not. Westworld was good. The more I think about the way Westworld ended, because it was a total mind fuck of an ending. And at the time you're watching it, you're like,
Fuck.
this is pissing me off. But the more I thought about it, the more I'm like, pretty good. And it ended on just a goddamn punch to the nuts. It was like an Ant-Man and the Wasp post-credit scene. That's what they had. Like, that level of like, you son of a bitch. You son of a bitch. And this show takes
son
a
of
long
bitch.
time to make, so
You son of a bitch.
might not get the next season till like 2020, so
Yeah.
whatever. Altered Carbon on Netflix is also
I see that.
good.
Is that good?
I enjoyed it. I think if you're into like sci-fi,
Ooh.
it's got some
yeah.
good stuff to it. I mean, it's like a crime mystery sort of show, but it's like super sci-fi. Like,
Probably
basically, we found basically in this world, we found a way to transfer the human mind into something they call a stack. And
Stack.
it just sounds funny. The stack goes like in your
stack like so, like
at your spine.
into like your guitar thing, into like
Yeah. Yeah, it kind of goes like towards your spine, back here on the back of your neck, and that's like your life pretty much. So like if I die, but my stack is still there, someone could bring me back in a new sleeve, a new body. But in like the main guy, Joel Kinnaman, who was Rick Flag,
fucking Rick Flag, best
in
character
Suicide
from
Squad.
Sue Squad.
He has to find out how this super fucking rich guy died, in a way, and it's actually pretty fascinating, and it got into some shit. And for a TV show, man, Netflix spent a lot of money on that motherfucker.
I got a little bit of TV to catch up on before I do that.
Crazy.
Terrorvision.
A series of unfortunate events I enjoyed.
Oh, yeah, right, that did happen this year.
I almost feel like I kind of like the first season a little bit more.
Yeah, first season's better.
For sure. But it's
I
not.
mean, there's some cool things. Nathan Fillion was great.
Yeah.
But Nathan Fillion's great in everything he does.
Mm-hmm.
Really, legitimately.
Yeah. And then, I mean, Jessica Jones, we've talked about before. I think it is good. I think it's better than most people give it credit for.
Yeah.
Honestly. And then the last two things, American Crime Story, the assassination of Gianni Versace, was good. Although they kind of fucking lied to you about the title, because it's more about the serial killer that ended up killing Gianni Versace. His character was great. Darren Criss played him. I think that dude deserves like every fucking award for everything. I mean, he delivered a phenomenal
Best
performance
supporting
of like
actors?
a crazy ass.
I'm the joke. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Of like a crazy ass fucking serial killer dude. Like, I almost couldn't imagine having to get in the mindset to play like a
Hey,
serial
just do
killer.
what Heath
It's gotta
Ledger
be
did.
a
Lock
weird
yourself
thing.
in a hotel room for
Yeah.
a month and not talk to people.
Yeah. And the last thing that first thing I watched this year was The Ozark on Netflix with Jason Bateman. It's like Netflix's version of Breaking Bad. Good. Not the greatest.
Watching Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
Once I finish season 2 of Luke Cage, I'll go back to Breaking Bad, and then I'll probably take a break from that and go. Once I do season 3, and I'll Because I kind of want to rewatch Stranger Things. At least it's only 17 episodes, so that wouldn't take too long to rewatch Stranger Things. It was like, yeah.
Is season 3 supposed to be out this year?
Don't know. They're filming it right now.
Mm-hmm.
Probably next year.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. I'm just mostly looking forward to Better Call Saul and all this. That'll be cool.
Isn't what's his face the character I just met in Breaking Bad? Gus. Ain't he in Better Call Saul?
He might be.
I mean, I saw a thing. He's in Better Call Saul. I mean, I saw a fucking thing. He's in Better Call Saul. Don't you play that fucking shit with me?
Yeah, he is. There's some few dudes from that show. I'm just waiting until they actually get Walt back. That'd be awesome. But I doubt it.
It's like...
It would be cool if Better Call Saul went beyond Breaking Bad.
Like, is it catching up to Breaking Bad, or like what's happening? Like, okay, because people say that.
Basically, Better Call Saul is how Jimmy McGill becomes Saul Goodman.
Yeah, I saw like the first half of season 1, like, and then I was like, I need to watch Breaking Bad before I really understand anything. Because like, everybody's like, oh yeah, bring Bryan Cranston and Aaron Paul, and I'm like, at least at Bryan Cranston's part, I'm like, how would that work?
It'll eventually lead up.
Unless it catches up to, and starts to be like just Breaking Bad from Saul Goodman's perspective.
Yeah, I mean it eventually will, and I believe there are scenes that open up some of the episodes of Better Call Saul that are post Breaking Bad. But I don't know if they've actually said or not.
Yeah, I mean, like the one scene, like the very first episode where he's working at like Dippin' Dots.
Yeah, like those sort of things, like those don't fit with the story of Better Call Saul, and they don't fit with the story of Breaking Bad. So it only makes sense that it's post Breaking Bad. So it would be cool if they went beyond it, because why not? Yeah. What's your guys' favorite video game this year? To me, it's Head and fucking Shoulders God of War.
I mean, yeah, I think God of War is
nothing even close.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't played too many new games this year.
I haven't played as many this year as the past, for sure.
Like,
definitely last year.
I mean, granted, the fall is going to have everything, so.
Yeah. To me, I would probably say God of War, Detroit, and Celeste. Those are really the only 3 games that I've played this year that are new that I'm like, I really like this.
Did Batman come out this year, or did it start coming out last year?
Came out... I think it finished this year.
Okay, because then probably, yeah, the only 2 new games that I played this year are God of War and Detroit. And I do really like both those games. I really like Detroit. Detroit's like, it's one of those things where it's like I want to replay through the game and not like legitimately just to see where the story might go with like other things, because
it's good. I there's a lot of shit that game gets, but I really like it. Like, yeah. I think it's very well done. To see a game like that, I can just not... It blows my mind the investment that Sony had to make in this game. This is not a cheap game to make.
No.
The amount of fucking time of just animations and writing, in those 2 things alone they probably had to do. Holy shit. Yeah. It's crazy.
The games that I played this year, I haven't played that many either. I'm kind of looking now. God of War, played Far Cry 5.
Far Cry 5 now.
Yeah, that existed.
Definitely not.
I watched a playthrough the whole way through of A Way Out, which sort of counts as... I was along for the ride, basically.
I mean, that's kind of... There's not too much, like...
There was State of Decay 2. And
played that. Oh,
Sea of Thieves.
Sea of Thieves 2.
Sea of Thieves.
Not 2, but that. Sea of Thieves. Kingdom Come Deliverance.
Didn't you play that one?
Yeah. That was it, really. I wanted to play Vampire, because that game actually has...
The game looks interesting.
Yeah, some people said it. It's kind of good, but to me it just looked like a boring game. Like, it just doesn't seem like there's a lot to it. It seems like it would be very repetitive and it would be very story heavy, which isn't a bad thing, but just something... There's like an excitement factor that's just keeping me from playing the game. Like, I want maybe turn into like a big vampire, but to me it's just... I kind of... With a game like that, I sort of go back to the order, and I'm just like, I feel like it's not going to be
I
as
think
good as it
I only
could
ever got
be.
like halfway through that game, the order.
Yeah.
I was like, I can't do it.
Beat
Yeah.
that game twice.
Well, you got the platinum for it, didn't you?
Yeah.
There aren't really any good monster games like that. Like with werewolves or vampires or... Like, they can factor into games, but being, like, the main thing. I don't think there are any video games, like... But I want to give Vampire a shot. But, you know.
If it's on sale, maybe I could try it. I think. I mean, I think even though, like as I said, I've played 2 games, but it almost has to be. Even though I think I will eventually platinum Detroit, I think it almost has to be God of War since I platinum that game. Like that I like that game enough to put that much time into it to just do that. It's,
I love that game. That's one of my favorite games I've ever played. Personally.
I want to play through it again.
I want to play through it again once New Game Plus. My thing was like, there's a lot of things where it's like I'm probably gonna get a PS4 Pro at some point.
Yeah.
If I can't hold off in maybe January, but I would.
I thought you were going to get that Kingdom Hearts.
That's what I mean.
Ah, okay.
That's what I mean.
Oh, that's
January.
when that comes out.
So, you know, we'll get that, you know, on a PS4 Pro and when New Game Plus comes out. I feel like it'd be worth it then. Because
It's worth it on Pro. Plays really well.
But at that point, they're going to announce, like, the next gen console. What if they do? But if you get a PS4 Pro and then the next day, and then the next day they announce the next one.
if the PS4, there are enough games and enough, like, back catalog of games that I could keep the
What
PS4
if on the
Pro.
PS5 you can play all your old games?
You know, I highly doubt it. I doubt it. I don't know. It just seems like...
Not if it's tied. Your account's tied to the PS4. Sony won't let you take them to the PS5.
You have to make a new PSN account.
Well, I
You
feel
can't
like
do
they
it.
might include some kind of backward compatibility
It
sort of
might.
thing.
But also, I mean, at that point, like, again, especially if I get the Kingdom Hearts 3 one, it's like, I'm going to keep this forever.
I mean, if gaming's going... This is a totally side conversation that we could have another time. But if, like, gaming's going the way of streaming, like all these companies want to, everything's always backwards compatible.
Yeah.
Yeah. It could be cool. It really could be. Like, you could play, like, games that would run on, like, ultra settings on your fucking the shittiest computer. You know what I mean? Because it's just streaming. Like, all that shit's done over there. But you have to have the internet.
I heard...
That's the other thing. It's like the whole thing with, like, everybody's like, oh, streaming. It's like, yeah, but everybody's online. Y'all flipped shit over that 5 years ago, and the internet's not terribly much better.
I heard that Google is going to make a serious push into the video game industry, like, soon-ish, like, relatively soon.
With streaming.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll see.
Weird.
That'll be interesting.
Yeah.
It really will.
Yeah.
It's going to be a weird few years. Yeah. I mean, I think
Bing.
it's been a...
Netscape.
Do you remember Bing?
Netscape's going to come back.
That was Microsoft, right? It was Bing. Right? That was Microsoft?
Yeah, I think so.
Do you remember IRL Bing?
Yeah.
Remember
Remember Netscape? Netscape, before Internet Explorer, Netscape? Yeah, Netscape's like
Yahoo.
90s internet stuff.
Chandler Bing?
Yeah. Chandler Riggs. He's not on The Walking Dead anymore.
Yeah. I think it's been also a good first half of the year if you're a Monster Hunter World fan.
Yeah.
Which none of us are. So that's obviously like the big glaring hole in what we're talking about right now.
Yeah.
But whatever.
It supported the shit out of that game.
Yeah.
Again, it's just not too much has come out. Like big,
Nothing that's
big...
just tickled my penis, you know?
Like, everything's coming out, like, in the fall, you know?
Yeah.
Spider-Man.
It'll be a
Red
much
Dead.
different conversation at the end of the
Assassin's
year.
Creed. The shooters and stuff.
Fallout. Smash Bros.
Yeah.
You know? Fucking... Yeah.
Yeah. I guess the last thing then, just talk about music. Some of you guys' favorite albums that came out this year.
I mean, I still think Priest is of maybe the best that have come out. But I mean, some of the other ones that we've done like have been really good. I mean, we just did Blackfast, and that was really good. And that's what I would maybe put that up there. Oh God, Necrogoblicon was good.
Yeah.
Ghost was pretty alright. I feel like there have been more per capita, I almost feel like there have been more good out. Get good. It seems, well, maybe it's just because I've noticed and been listening to more albums this year. There's more good albums than bad. Like I can only really think of 3 albums that were bad. And that's
Which ones?
Machine Head.
Yeah.
Godsmack.
Yeah.
Bullet.
Yeah.
That's about it.
We haven't really talked about Bullet's album.
Do we need
What's
to?
your thoughts?
It's not even that it's bad. It's just that the best, you put it really well, the best song is the one they put out like a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
The song that kills me is, well, I don't even, I'm going to look it up. So I know the name
Very
of it.
last time.
Yep, for the very, it's like, which granted, granted, you know, it's his opinion, it's his band too, so it's not necessarily it's his opinion, it's right, that Bullet is a rock band with metal influences, and then I show him Scream Aim Fire, but then, you know, whatever. And so this is a very rock album, and it's just...
To me, it's just so unexciting to listen to. The whole fucking thing is so not exciting. The only songs I enjoyed are, I mean, obviously Raising Hell, but that was... not Raising Hell. Don't Need You.
Don't Need You.
But that was like fucking forever ago. Over It and Letting You Go. That's it. And even then, Letting You Go is
Letting You Go. I don't like the song. I really only like Over It.
Whatever. Yeah. I mean, it's a rock jam. But like the rest of it, I was like, I don't understand the reasoning behind opening the album with Leap of Faith. That song is so fucking boring, and it doesn't go anywhere.
No.
It doesn't do anything. Like, you're setting everybody up for like fucking shit, which if it started with Over It, like, that's a way to start the album. Like, just start right up, and like that guitar riff, that production comes in. It's like, that's fucking cool. That's a good way to start. And then it just goes down the fucking drain. Then Piece of Me is like, wow. See, I shit you not.
It's Machine by Born of Osiris.
I did something I thought I would never do again when that album came out. I listened to Temper Temper again, start to finish. I'm like, I need to compare these two albums. I think I might like Temper Temper a little bit more.
Temper Temper is at least memorable.
Yes,
I don't remember shit from it.
It's more fun, and there's actually fucking riffs on that album. They're not the greatest, but there's riffs. Gravity is just boring, ridiculous nonsense. That's the same shit that every other fucking band has done. There is nothing unique about it. And like I said in my review, like, this is not an album that's going to make Bullet for My Valentine a bigger band. No matter how much they try to want to be a radio band, like, that's not going to make them bigger in the grand scheme of things. They're not going to draw more people to their shows. They're not going to sell more albums. Actually, this album sold... It's the worst debut for any new Bullet for My Valentine album since their first one.
It's granted, it deserves it, but...
Yeah. It's ridiculous. I don't understand the thought process behind why they do this stuff. Because Venom was good.
Yeah.
It was like, there was riffs, there was good songs. It had some of those radio qualities that they wanted it. Some of those songs on there, it's like, fuck, what are you doing? There's another universe where Bullet My Valentine is the most amazing band in the fucking world, and they never took a fucking nosedive after Scream Aim Fire. I mean, Fever's great. The further we get from Fever, the more I like it. But
it's because you get a lot of
exactly.
Bad stuff.
But there's another universe where they never put out a Temper Temper or a Gravity and went on this weird ass trajectory, and they just put out Scream Aim Fire, and then fucking
became like the biggest band in the world.
Crazy. It's crazy.
But
they're weird. To me, it's Judas Priest, Rivers of Nile, Amorphous, probably Obscura, that just came out. I really like the new Tremonti album, which is Mark Tremonti, the guitar player of Alter Bridge. It's probably one of my favorite like hard rock albums I've heard in a long time, and it's probably more than that too, than just hard rock. Those are really good. I mean, Necrogoblicon's fun to listen to.
Alien Weaponry. I really like that album. Their song Kai Tangata is, I think, one of the most jammy songs that came out this year.
Yeah. What about you? Got some?
The only albums I really listened to from this year were Parkway Drive.
Ooh. Yeah,
which like had like
3 good songs?
2 or 3 good songs. The Converge EP. Beautiful
Yeah.
Rain.
That
was
just
good.
randomly dropped.
Yeah.
Listen to that.
I don't know. I was trying to look and see like what I'll really listen to that's come out this year.
An album that just came out that is such a return to form for this band is the new one from Immortal, Northern Chaos Gods. Just black metal straight up your fucking ass, man. Some of the most raw shit I've heard in a long time. Like every time during the chorus of the title track when they're screaming Northern Chaos Gods, just gets me fired up, man. It's hard. It's great. I think I feel like I'm missing something. New Seven Dust is good, but I don't think it's anything that's going to make my end of the year list. God, I feel like I'm blanking on some shit. Oh, Angelus Apatrida.
That was really good.
That
Yeah, I
was
forgot about
really
that.
good.
I
Fucking really loved that
Yeah.
one. Angra. That one solid. Some solid power metal there. Just gonna look up
Camelot was pretty good.
Yeah,
It's pretty alright.
Oh wow, Northland just put out a new
I
single.
like it,
Nice.
but
It's not.
it's not like their last one for sure.
But it's enjoyable. Oh, I'm trying to think of a couple other albums that I got. Like
6 Feet Under put out an album this year.
Yeah, randomly. It's a bunch of like songs that they wrote off their past 3 albums that didn't make it on the album. So I don't know if that
That
makes
sounds-
it good or bad.
I was gonna say.
Chemist and Gruesome, both of those are really good. Chemist is like a doom band with a lot of really great riffs and a lot of great vocals and songwriting too. And Gruesome's just straight up death-inspired death metal. It's just fucking awesome. I love it.
Rivers of Nile put out their album this year.
Yeah.
The sky.
Chelsea Grin.
Chelsea Grown.
And of Mice and Men.
Okay. Light the Torch.
Yeah.
I really
That was a
fucking
good
dig Light the Torch. Visigoth. Solid.
Have you listened to Chelsea Grin's album? Like
No.
at all? Any of the songs?
I've only listened to like 2 songs. off of
Yeah.
it.
I listened to... I made it about like 4 songs into it. It was really bad. Yeah.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
I only have heard the song See You Soon. I think that's what it's called. Off the new one. Also, I mean, probably one of the biggest, craziest moments of the year is As I Lay Dying coming back.
That's
Yeah.
Man.
Hostage situation. Looks
Crazy.
Like, allegedly. I don't want it sued.
Fucking nuts that's a thing. I'm trying to think at this point. It's like I agree with
Tim
you.
was getting his nuts fucked in prison.
Yeah, probably. Probably. Do you think he's still suing the prison for his
Do you
man
think, you think he
boobs?
still has man boobs? It didn't look like any in the video. It didn't
No.
look like any of the videos they
He's
put
got
out.
some
Didn't look like-
shaggy chitch.
Yeah, I don't know.
shaggy church.
I agree with the albums you said. I'll say I don't know if I'm disappointed yet. I haven't decided, and I haven't listened to the second part. But between the Barrett and Me with Automata One, have you listened to this yet?
I still haven't made it through the first one. I haven't listened
It's-
to the new one yet.
I really like moments on here, but as a whole, compared to other Between the Barrett and Me albums, like I don't know, I just get kind of lost, or like my mind gets lost in other things.
Yeah.
You know, it's not capturing me like I want. Yeah, I think there's been a lot of good albums so far this year. It's been a good one. Still some good stuff to look forward to.
Yeah, you mean you just rattled off like I think it was at least 5 or 6. I'm like, oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of interesting, you know. Game's kind of had a light half of the year. It's about to have just this fucking balls to the walls second half.
Movies
Music's
are kind of the opposite.
Yeah, movies are like the exact opposite to me. Like all the stuff that I was really hyped for was in the first half, and then there's some here and there in the second half. You know, be interesting.
And fucking music's just all year.
Yeah,
Which music always is just like boom. There's just always stuff coming out.
it's always a lot of high quality stuff.
Yeah. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that. No, not really. So.
No, I can't think of anything. So yeah, it's been fun.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching. See you.